So let me play this. Let's play this faggot, and you'll see. And I'll let it. The video speaks for itself.
Who went Know Me More? Roll one, take one, scene one. Action. Good motherfucking morning, bitch. It's me, Bretman Rock, singer, songwriter, actor, active, it's nice, more side.
I hate this guy already. I hate this guy already. I don't know who he is, but I fucking hate him already.
I know.
Just the obnoxious titles he adds to himself, and just how he speaks. I feel like if I was in his presence, I would punch him in the face, and he would say, "Is it because I'm gay?" It's like, no, it's because I don't like you.
I swear to God, this is.
We're 13 seconds in, and I don't want to watch this.
I swear, this is so obnoxiously gay. It makes me consider wanting to just be straight. That's it. It's so obnoxiously
Hey, Christianity,
gay.
we found it. Hey, gay conversion camps, we found it.
Exactly.
Should we say what this is? Our podcast. So
Yes.
This is
What
we
is it?
fucked it up already. But welcome to the Minorities Report. That's what
Oh
we're named.
right, shit! We forgot to make an intro for the pod. We forgot to actually introduce.
Don't worry,
ourselves.
we'll do it for the next one. Okay. But this is the Minorities Report. I'm Chris. I'm with
I'm
Corrupt.
corrupt. Yep.
We're both minorities. Or I'm half. The other half is dirty white man. I'm oppressor and oppressed. As Thanos says, perfectly balanced. As all things can be. True equilibrium. I am the United Nations.
I'm half of an oppressor. I'm black, and I'm bi, so I'm both the oppressor and I'm gay. There's like a conflict within me, Chris. A conflict that
You can't make up your fucking mind. You have a choice. Do you want fish or sausages? Pick one.
You can only have one. You can't be both. Okay, and this is by the video we're looking at currently is Who Knows Me More, Winner Gets Cash. I completely forgot. Let me
Yeah,
see.
and 13 seconds in, I want to leave.
So it's
So
by someone
who's he
named
called?
Bretman Rock.
Bretman Rock. The most I'm definitely straight guys name. Bretman Rock. Should have just called yourself I definitely fuck a vagina, man.
You know what? He's both of us because he's Asian and gay. He's like us.
Oh.
If we fuse.
If we fucking fusion dance.
If we fusion dance, he'd be us.
Oh boy. Okay, let's continue.
Alright.
The star of Christmas Day, yeah. A coconut water connoisseur and the newest MTV star. I hope y'all were paying attention because that's in the quiz. As you guys can probably already tell from this video, I have a guest today, and it is none other than the cast of MTV's Following.
What the hell is MTV's Follow Me? What is
Well,
that?
I'll look that up while we continue watching this.
Alright.
Okay, back to me. So today we're gonna be playing a game of Who Knows Me More, but with a twist. Today I'm giving out the first money prize game in my YouTube channel, and the winner will win none other than, I just came from the bank, so excuse the envelope, but the winner will win none other than cash prize of $1,000. And I know you ladies, y'all got bills to pay, y'all got things you wanna buy, and I know this game will push it. But don't worry, if you guys do lose, we do have instant cash rounds, where as long as you answer the question correctly, you will get cash.
Okay, this is really gay. Oh my god, this is so gay.
So
wow.
MTV Following Bretman Rock is a reality show about beauty influencer and social media powerhouse Bretman Rock. I mean, if he's such a powerhouse, how is this the first time I've heard of him? Even if I don't actively look for like influencers, TikTokers, but I know them. Just I don't know because internet, and I don't know who this person is.
I'll be honest with
And because they're on MTV.
you. Nobody watches MTV. Nobody. Also, that dude's. Also, why aren't they wearing shoes? I'm not trying to see how crusty ass feet. Also, I'll be honest with you. At first, I was looking through trending. That's how I found this video. And I thought this was James Charles.
James Charles and Yellowface. I'm just guessing. I'm 100% guessing Bretman Rock is Filipino just by his look. I could be wrong, but he looks very Filipino. And as a half Filipino man, I know him because all Filipinos know Filipinos.
Like, are you all?
We are a hive mind collective.
It's like the Zerg from StarCraft.
We'll see someone who's Filipino in like a shopping center, and we'll chat as if they were like best friends. Like, do you know her? It's like, no. It's like, why are you like overtly friendly? That's just weird to a stranger. You're just so like you're close. You're buddy with them. I know it's just because they're both Filipino, but I don't know. It's just weird.
You know what? I can't. You know what? I can kind of relate because like it's like that with two black dudes. If they see each other and they have even like the slightest thing in common, it's like, yo, what's good? They start
Yo, what's
talking.
what's up, my Nigeria?
My Nigeria.
Oh, and I fucking called it. He is Filipino American. I fucking knew it. This is our representation. Thank you, MTV.
This is the representation we need. Do you want to watch more of this, or is this...
We haven't even gotten to the actual game show section of it. I'm guessing we have to. We're only 1 minute and 17 seconds in of a 25-minute video.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's go. Keep going.
And the points will be onto your final grade as well. So you win cash and you get a point. So without further ado, let's meet the...
Why is he holding a duster?
I think it's supposed to be a microphone.
What is he gonna do? He's gonna fucking ASMR his cleaning. You're a little dirty boy. I'm gonna clean you all up. So dirty.
Talk dirty to the fan.
That's something on the internet.
Talk dirty to the fan as you clean it. Oh yeah, I'm getting your rotor blades. I don't even know if fans have rotor blades. I'm fucking retarded.
A contestant. First contestant of the day, we have none other than Miss K. Miss K, why do you think you're gonna win tonight?
What is wrong with her teeth? Like...
Filipino.
Oh no.
Hey, I can say that. Okay, I can make fun of people. You can't.
This is true.
Also, the mic is terrible. Like, if that's supposed, I think that's supposed to be a joke. I don't think he's actually holding a mic because the audio you could clearly hear it echo.
I thought it was supposed to be like a pretend mic.
They're using a mic outside of the frame.
I thought it was a pretend mic, like he's just doing it as if he's in a game.
That's what I'm saying. I think what he's holding is not actually a mic. It's just it's just a joke.
It's like a dildo.
You can hear the audio echo like throughout the room, and if he was using an actual proper mic, you wouldn't be able to actually hear that. Either that or he hasn't soundproofed his house properly.
God, she's so fat. Her head looks like a thumb.
Is she auditioning for Spy Kids?
She does kind of. Oh my God, she does.
She's auditioning for a thumb. I snap my fingers, and my fingers snap you. Fucking great line delivery from Alan Cumming.
I feel
Thank you so much. Larry, I mean, why do you think you're gonna win tonight without interruption from the crowd, please?
Because I'm a sore loser.
Ooh, she don't lose.
Mm-hmm.
Next contestant, we have
Larry.
Larry. Larry, why do you think you're gonna win tonight?
Because I just know I will.
Princess.
Now I have to say that again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Larry, why do you think you're gonna win tonight?
Wait, oh, is it like a gender fluid thing where like it's a dude who identifies as a chick, or is this like a joke where he said lady?
I don't know.
Because I just know that I will.
Okay, she knows. Next contestant, we have
Princess May.
Woo!
I love how the ladies have like these fantabulous names like Miss K, Princess May, and then Larry. It's like everyone has like these like fancy names. Just like me, I'm fucking. Here's my kids: Zeus, Ares, and David.
Joe. This is David, and that's Joe.
Joe.
He's Hades' half brother. We don't talk about him.
We don't- He's the protagonist to the Hades sequel. Just him
Okay.
trying to get acknowledged by his family.
All right, this was not I did not purposefully like pause it at this point, but like her chin, she looks like Kirby for some reason.
Gonna suck Bretman Rock in and become him.
Princess, why do you think you will be winning tonight?
I gotta feed the kids. I gotta feed...
Thank you.
Wait!
Why? That's a reason.
2-second answers. I know. Because.
I gotta pay,
Why do you think that's a reason?
Oh, why?
Yeah, why do you think you're gonna win?
Cause we're not...
Why the do you think we're gonna win?
Cause I'm not in the same competition as these bitches.
Okay, fuck. Before we start, I would
I feel like she would eat him if they got snowed in.
Oh boy.
Like, it's like a snow in happened. Hold on here. Okay, there's no porn on the thing here, so I'm good.
And it's worse. Biting TikTokers on Roblox. I think that's just as bad.
Wait, is that? Wait, what? What did you say? Where? What about?
Right below the mix Brett Brockman. Fighting TikTokers on Roblox. Imagine still playing Roblox. BTS performs for you. Oh my god.
Woo! We stand.
Foreshadowing
Alright,
what we're going to talk about after this.
Exactly.
is going to win. I think Princess is going to win because she's my sister. And I feel like she's my only sibling here. We're blood related. Kiefer is blood related, but not that.
Blood is stronger than water.
And I think Larry's gonna win because with all of them
Okay.
combined, I think I've had like deeper conversations with Larry, and Larry knows a lot about me than most people would expect. And I think Kiefer could possibly win because Kiefer is with me every day. He knows everything that I do. He knows literally the back of my hand. And so I think each one of them has a great shot of winning. And I'm kind of like curious to see who's gonna win, who actually knows me more. And we will find out right after this commercial break. If you guys have never heard of honey before, it's basically...
I'm not using your code.
Why you gotta keep I got nothing. I was gonna try and make a joke, but I can't. I completely fucked that up. Fuck.
10 out of 10.
a free browser extension that scours the internet for you for promo codes and automatically applies them on the site wherever you're shopping from. Think of Honey as your online shopping best friend. I mean, at least I know I do. You might be asking, how do we use Honey? Well, bitch, let me get there. All you have to do is download Honey. All it takes is 2 clicks. Click, click. Once Honey is downloaded, all you have to do is shop.
I'm done. I can't do this. I don't want to be bisexual. Like, if being bisexual means being like this guy, then you know what? Fuck it. I might as well be fucking straight. Like, grow a beard and, like, have a fondness for, like, NASCARs or whatever the fuck straight people like. There you go.
That's the big indicator. That's the big indicator of straight people. NASCAR and beards. If you don't like any,
He's
if you don't like any of them,
gay.
you're obviously
I
gay.
can't do it.
He's so obnoxious. I don't like the whole like, yeah, I'm getting their bitches.
I really
Like he is comically gay.
Yeah,
Like this is like sitcom stereotype gay. Like they have the feminine voice, like don't go there, sister.
I don't like
that
don't
kind of
fuck
voice.
with me, or else I'll cut you.
No,
Yeah,
that could
like
be his actual. That could be his actual voice, but I don't know because I do know Filipinos that do have similar sounding voices.
Are they
Like some
obnoxiously
gays, some
gay?
straight. Some a couple of them are gay, but they don't act obnoxious. That's the thing. They're not constantly like, "Oh, shut up, bitch. I'm talking."
Shut up, bitch! When I'm talking.
Shut up, bitch. I'm trying to talk about honey and get that fucking sweet cash.
I'm trying to get the
disgusting.
bands.
Trying to get that bread, as they call. You wouldn't know it, you filthy skank.
On one of their 30,000 supported websites, and the Honey app should pop up, and all you have to do is click apply coupon. Click. So basically all you have to do is wait a few seconds for Honey to scour the internet for a coupon code, and once it's applied, you can watch the price drop. According to statistics, Honey has found that it's 7.
Okay, fuck. Do you want to keep watching this? Because this is actually pretty long. Or do you want to move on to the next thing? I'm fine with whatever you want to do.
I'm sick of this guy. I really don't want to watch this anymore. Let's move on.
Alright, because this is like, this dude's voice and his personality is so obnoxious. It's making me reconsider major life choices, and that terrifies me. So.
Come over to the dark side. The straight side. Become one of the sins. Me, I'm already I'm 2.5 out of 3 so far.
I'm 2.5. Did you say you're 2.5 out of 3?
Yeah. Straight male, half white.
Oh, you are. Holy shit. I didn't think about that. That's true. You know what's funny? I've never met a dude, an Asian dude who wasn't, who is gay or even bi. I've only known straight dudes who are Asian. Like, for the longest time, I just assumed Asian dudes were all straight.
Fucking anomaly. They're like Sam Neill in Jurassic Park. Goes out and takes They do be gay.
Oh my god, alright, hold on, let me see. They do be gay.
They do be gay. Just gay Asians just walking.
When gay Asians attack.
When the gay Asians attack.
Okay.
Where were you?
Roblox TikTokers. You want to watch that one day and see what the fuck that is?
We'll watch that one day.
Alright.
I particularly want to watch that BTS performs Coldplay, obviously.
Oh my god. Coldplay cover. Oh!
Guys, remember Coldplay?
Alright, let's see.
I think they've only got like one good song and that's it. Like British Imagine Dragons.
Oh my god. I remember Imagine Dragons. Let's see here.
Unfortunately.
What are we doing first? We doing Mortal Kombat trailer? You want to do that one or something else?
Oh boy, yes. Let's look at the Mortal Kombat trailer. Yeah. So for people who don't know, they're making another one.
Oh, this one is going to be great, I'm sure.
Because obviously, if it failed 2 times before, it's definitely going to succeed the 3rd time.
Especially with a budget that looks like it was made on the Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah, that's all right.
So we just got done watching Mortal Kombat trailer.
Yes.
So, because I've seen already. What do you think?
That was terrible. What the fuck did you just make me
It
watch?
looks so bland.
Whoa! Kano wins! Like, that's...
Kano wins. Oh, I don't know if Kano's supposed to be Australian in the games, but I'm kind of wishing he wasn't in the film. He's just gonna be over the top Australian.
Okay.
Yeah, you fucking beauty, yeah, mate. Give me my VB 4X, bruv.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it wasn't for the fact that this was called Mortal Kombat, I would just think this was just a generic kung fu movie. Like, it's so bland and uninteresting to look at. I don't...
It is. Like, and it's pale as well. Like, there's no color to the costumes.
Yeah,
Like,
everything...
as bad as the first two films were, they were at least, like, semi-accurate to costumes. Like, they didn't care that, like, here's this fucking ninja dude in, like, bright blue clothes.
Yeah, like, everything looked and felt like Mortal Kombat. This just feels like this just feels so bland. Like they were afraid of making it look like Mortal Kombat, so they made the colors as dull and lifeless as possible.
Yeah, like, even if you look at, like, the most recent games, even the costumes still have some color. They make them a bit more, like, darker and more, like, not really realistic, but still, like, look at, like, Scorpion is like, okay, he still has, like, the obvious yellow to his clothing. Like, it stands out.
This is just a bunch of ninjas and hoodies. Like,
Yeah.
that.
And also, the, you hear that A+ line delivery?
Mortal. Finish him.
No, the,
Oh,
the,
like, get over here.
that too, that was fucking god-awful. How do you take an iconic line of "get over here" and make it sound so boring? But the line I'm talking about is near the start of the trailer. It's a birthmark. What does that mean? He was born with it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Really? A birthmark? He was born with it? Oh, duh.
Is that what
I'm
a
hoping that is
birthmark
the actual. That is how the actual conversation goes. Of like, it's a birthmark. What does that mean? It means he was born with it. I'm hoping that is the actual. I'm hoping this was not like just poorly edited together. I hope that is the actual line because that is so stupid. It's so dumb.
What I find what was like the thing is it just looks terrible. It looks so boring and like the effects are I guess better but not really. Like did you see Goro? He looked like a PS1 character. Like God, it just looks so
as bad
bad.
as bad as the first film was, at least, you know, it looked believable.
Yeah, like all of this just looks so bad, and you know they're trying to fit in all of these different characters now. Oh my God!
I love that. I love that they say their names because look, guys, it's these characters. Like I'm Sonya, that's Kano, Liu Kang, Raiden, Sub-Zero. Guys, it's the characters. Remember the characters. You remember them, right? That's them. Because obviously, when you make a Mortal Kombat film, you're not making it for normies. You're making it for the fans.
Yes.
The fans are going to know what they look like. Okay. You don't need to tell them that's the character unless you've severely changed their appearance.
Like, here's one thing.
Also, if you didn't notice, Milena is in that trailer.
Oh yeah, when she was licking the kunai or whatever, right? Not the kunai, I forgot what they're called.
So Milena is in there, but not Katana. And I don't know a lot about Mortal Kombat, but I know that Katana is vital to Milena's origins.
Yeah, she's a
clone, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a doppelganger.
Yeah, also, like she was made as a doppelganger for Katana, but they added DNA from what is it? What's his name? Barack or whatever?
Yeah,
Barack Obama.
Yeah. Barack Obama.
And he's the new DLC character for Mortal Kombat.
Oh, one thing.
Barack Obama.
One thing. Shit. You know what stood out to me the most was the eye laser from Kano. Like that looks
Yeah.
so bad. It just looks like all the effects just look so bad. Especially when they when he froze Jax's arms and then ripped them off, and it just looks so silly, all the little fake blood coming out. Like just I just
Yeah,
can't.
yeah. This is not going to be good. The trend of video game films being terrible still continues. You had Monster Hunter, and now this.
God, I've never even seen Monster Hunter. We need to watch the trailer for that one day just to see how bad it
Oh,
is.
it's terrible.
Oh man, this looks experience it in IMAX. I don't want to experience this in IMAX.
I'm
I
not going out to theaters to watch this shit.
not
It's on
seriously.
HBO Max. You can stream it.
Oh wow! HBO
Wow.
HBO Max. Oh wait, we can't stream because HBO Max doesn't let you stream.
No.
You remember?
Although I think, and
Oh wait.
tying into what we're going to react to next, we have our own streaming service here in Australia called Binge, and Justice League is being put onto that.
Nice. Wait. I have a question. Can I do what you helped me do with the Disney Plus thing?
I don't know.
Because I can just do that.
Have to. You can try, but I feel like they would think ahead. Because when we tried to when I tried to screen share WandaVision, it would not show anything, and I think that was Disney knowing that people would try that.
Because we can just do the workaround we did with WandaVision. I'll just do that with HBO Max. You
Yeah.
can watch you can watch my Hulu too. I don't really give a shit unless if you're interested in anything on Hulu. There you can have my Hulu. There you go. All right, that was so bland. Oh my god! It just looks like a generic kung fu movie. So what do we got? What do we have next?
Well, since I mentioned it, Justice League.
Yes.
Yes, the 25-hour whatever it is, Zack
Oh,
Snyder
right.
Cut.
Yeah, because they're turning it into a mini series or something.
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
Wait, there's
It's a 4-hour film. I think.
Oh, it's the Loki trailer. God, that looks bad. All right.
Oh boy. But yes, yeah. And for anyone that doesn't, I'm not even say for anyone who doesn't know. Everyone knows about the Zack Snyder Cut, the demanded Zack Snyder Cut of Just Cause. Yeah, the Zack Snyder Cut, because unfortunately, he suffered a personal tragedy with his family, so he had to leave the production of Justice League, and they got in everyone's favorite woman lover, Joss Whedon, to try and fix it, and the end result was a mess because you have the very obvious Zack Snyder stuff that was still in there, but then you have the very obvious Joss Whedon stuff, and it is a huge contrast. I don't particularly have a lot of high hopes for the Zack Snyder Cut, but the thing that I will give it is that it will at least be consistent in tone, because it's just going to be all Zack Snyder. It's not going to be a mismatch of this is Snyder stuff, this is Whedon stuff. It's just going to be pure Snyder stuff.
Because you know what the first Justice League movie was like? It was like if you tried to put the first Avengers movie together with Batman versus Superman and just mix them together and see what happens. It was just it had a weird tone, it didn't make any sense, and it was just stupid.
Yeah. It was their attempt to catch up with the MCU, which doesn't work because you had 3 films. One of them was set in World War One. So you had honestly you had 2 films. You had Man of Steel, which then set up Batman vs Superman, and then Batman vs Superman set up Justice League, and Batman vs Superman crammed him okay, look, here's Aquaman, here's Flash, here's Cyborg, here's Wonder Woman.
Oh.
And it became a mess.
You know then there's the clusterfuck with Cyborg. So.
Oh yeah, behind the scene.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing is saying Zack Snyder saying that Cyborg is supposed to be the heart of the Justice League, and I'm just like, are you sure? Because in the first film that we got, he's fucking boring. He's like one of the worst characters there.
He's such a bland character. I guess I'll leave it to Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, who is that? Zack Snyder to come up with like a better representation of Cyborg than what we got in the first film, because that was just absolutely trash. I'm hoping we get something. I'm hoping we get something interesting, because like it's gonna be like a mini series, so
Yeah,
it might be good.
it's what Zack Snyder intended. So Apocalypse, not Apocalypse, yeah, Apocalypse and Darkseid, all that they were supposed to appear in the original version before Whedon appeared.
Oh yeah, there's a big war or something, and now Darkseid is here. So let's see. All right, let's take a look at the trailer and see what we like. We live in society. Oh my god.
We just finished watching it. Yes, he said it. Said
He
it,
actually
boys.
said
He said it. We live in a society.
Isn't that right, Batman?
Yes, there was more added to it, but that's all that matters. He said the meme. Now, what I also want is there to be a scene where I want there to be a scene where, because apparently I think that in this the apocalypse future setting, Joker steals a mother box, and I want Batman or someone to be like, why'd you steal the mother box? And then Joker just turns around and is just like, because I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker, baby.
I don't know. I don't. It looks interesting, but I don't like Zack Snyder's style. I don't like Man of Steel. I don't like Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
I don't like the grungy, dark, realistic take that he wanted to do with superheroes. Superman's not supposed to be dark. Batman, yes, you do that with a Batman character.
You don't do that with Superman, yeah.
You don't do that with Superman. I don't know. I'll have to actually watch it to see. I don't like the designs for like Steppenwolf and all that.
What about Darkseid?
Darkseid is fine. Darkseid is just simple. Like, this really big, rocky-looking dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Like Steppenwolf, like his design still looks ugly. Like some part of like, look at Steppenwolf. I'm just like, oh great, he looks as ugly as he did in Justice League.
Do you remember? Have you played Skyrim before, right?
No.
Okay, so in Skyrim there are these like tree monsters, and he looks like that. He looks like a tree monster from Skyrim, or a deer. Let's just say that he looks like a deer, and it's just like, I get that you wanted to make him look alien, but like, why does he look like a mutated deer? Why not like give him a more interesting design, or at least stick closer to the original? But
well, honestly, if I think probably his most best looking design that they could have like obviously used is his New 52 design. I'll put a picture up of it on the video, but like this is the design for it. The New 52 design is like a good design you could use.
So what I'm getting is that like, here's my question: do you think they'll tie in Batman, the Superman stuff, where Superman was like leading the parademons? Do you think they'll tie that in?
Yeah, because that was still in Justice League. Yeah, in his vision, his dream of the future. Like, yeah, Superman was evil and working with Darkseid. I'm not sure, because we literally get nothing from it, because I think this is going to expand on it, because it literally is just there to set up next film. Because wasn't the rumor was like when Justice League was like first announced ages ago, like the rumor was it was supposed to be 2 parts.
Yeah.
Like part 1 would be like Steppenwolf is the villain, but then part 2 would be Darkseid.
Darkseid, yeah, because he's the big bad, yeah.
I feel like this is what the Snyder Cut is. It's supposed to be that original idea, but it's now one 4-hour long film. Because that is essentially just, for most like blockbusters nowadays, that is essentially 2 films. Like most go for like roughly 2 hours. So I feel like that's the idea now. They're doing the whole like Steppenwolf, and I don't know if Darkseid will actually be the villain. I feel like him appearing is just the flashback stuff because remember there was the flashback stuff in Justice League about like the gods and Amazonians, the Atlanteans, everyone,
everyone's
like
dead.
a Green Lantern.
Like, they have to
they
fight,
all
they have to
united.
fight.
They all united to stop Steppenwolf and the Parademons from terraforming Earth.
And then Darkseid
I think
comes
that's literally.
in,
I think Darkseid maybe is just going to appear in like a flashback. Like, I'm sending you to this planet, Steppenwolf. Convert it to our cause, whatever.
I think what I think is going to happen is that Darkseid is the original plan is they're going to try and go with the original plan of having Steppenwolf be the big bad that comes to Earth, but in part 1, but Darkseid, is the bigger penultimate bad guy, and he shows up. Honestly, though, I'm going to be honest with you, and this might sound goofy, I think they should have went with the Legion of Doom first, before Darkseid, because he's such
actual Earth villains.
Yeah, thank you, actual Earth villains. It would because you already have Lex Luthor, and I believe
you can throw Deathstroke into it because they introduced Deathstroke in Justice League, like right at the end.
Exactly, you could have had Metallo. You could have had like not Livewire, but sure, why not Livewire? You could have had like so many villains, and the Joker baby is already in the movie. Hell, you could have had him there. Like, there are so many there's so many Earth threats that they should have had in this movie before bringing in Darkseid. Because in my opinion, Darkseid is the in-game threat for
Yeah, he should be. Essentially, they wanted Darkseid to be Thanos, but rushed it.
Exactly. And if you're gonna have that, with Thanos didn't show up until at the very end of the MCU. That's
end of phase 3, I believe it was called.
Yeah, that's what they should be doing, and that's what they should be doing with Darkseid. They should have him at the very end.
They just kept on building it up. Like he'll have slight cameos, at the end of I think it was one of the films where I can't remember which one, but he just appears to get the gauntlet and is like, I'll do it myself.
Exactly. It's that's why it makes no sense to have Darkseid come in now. They should have had, because after Darkseid, let's say the Zack Snyder Justice League is hugely successful and more people are we want more Zack Snyder Justice League. Who's gonna be how do you follow up with a world-ending threat like Darkseid? I mean
there are threats, but I think it's the same problem that the MCU has now. What's next after Thanos?
Yeah, exactly.
We do have ideas, but I don't think they're going to be as good. We could have Galactus or any other cosmic threat or whatever.
We'll bring in the Batman who kicks. There you go.
Oh,
that's
no! Please no. The love of God, no.
Just as planned.
Oh God, no, they would.
I am the only person in the server who likes the Batman who laughs.
I initially liked him, but then he overstayed his welcome.
Hey, let's see. All right, you know what? I can get behind that. I can see that. Ooh, look at
they're fighting Darkseid, and suddenly a huge battering decapitates it. Batman who laughed is just standing behind him.
Just as planned.
All according to Bet Kaku.
This has almost 20 million views, by the way.
I'm not surprised. I mean, Snyder has fans. I mean, they're the ones that are demanding it, even though it's like, I don't... This is a thing where it's just like, I could live without it. Like, it didn't need to be a thing. I mean, the DCEU is dead. Sometimes they'll come out with, like, good stuff, like the first 2/3 of Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, and then they throw out stinkers like Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh my god, 1984 was so terrible.
It was so convoluted, and it's very obvious that Justice League was so bad that like all the other films just want to try and ignore it. The problem is you can't because it's canon.
You know what? You know what I would like. What I would have liked for Wonder Woman 1984. Like, I will say this: Cheetah looks terrible, but like the idea of using Cheetah as a villain isn't a bad idea. Like, I do like the idea of using.
She's like essentially Wonder Woman's only villain or main villain.
Yeah, because no one.
It's just how they set it up, and then what the end result was terrible.
Exactly. Also, so what do you want to do next? Do you want to do Cruella, John Swan versus Dream? What do you want to do?
Well, since we're still watching trailers, we'll end the trailer one with Cruella.
Alright. Yeah, this one's gonna make me suffer. Well.
Yeah. Speaking of things that want to try and ape off another film's success, Cruella, aka this is definitely not female Joker.
Yeah, like hear me roar. Oh god. Alright. Here we go.
So yeah,
that's just Joker.
We just watched the Cruella trailer.
That's just Joker.
Corrupt. It really is. It feels like they just wanted to make their own Joker. Like even the song, like the first few like seconds of the tune of like the song they played kind of sounded like one of the songs from Joker. Like I can't remember the song, but I immediately thought, is this the same song from Joker?
What? Like, and it's like they wanted to make a weird fantasy version of Joker with like...
It's some weird, like, fantasy, like female Joker, like, it's some weird female empowerment film, which there's nothing wrong with female empowerment at all, but like...
This ain't it.
This is really giving Disney... He's sending some weird messages, considering that Cruella is a potential dog killer. Remember, she wanted to kill those Dalmatians so she could turn them into coats.
And like,
what message are you sending to people with that? Is like, hey everyone, Walt Disney here. Is the patriarchy, or should I say, society, telling you can't be whatever you want, saying you can't kill dogs? Fuck them. Women can kill dogs. You go, girl.
Women can kill anything. Woo!
It's such a weird... Because if it's supposed to be like if this is what they're going for, like female empowerment, it's just like, you really want to pick that for a dog, a almost dog killer? Like, I don't know. And that dress scene, when she fucking lights her clothes on fire and like it just disintegrates without like affecting her. That was so comical. Like, what?
It's
like everything is like grounded in like realism. Like, this is supposed to be the real world, but she like sets her clothes on fire to show like, look at me.
It's like they saw Joker and they're like, we can do that. It'll be our feminist empowerment movie. And you chose...
What female characters do we have? Could we do... We can't do Pocahontas. That doesn't work. We've already done Belle and Beauty and the Beast. That wouldn't work either. That would be weird. How about Cruella? She's crazy.
Yeah. She was the crazy dog killer.
But Mr. Disney, she wanted to kill dog. It doesn't matter. Do it.
I mean, it's just like...
Throw it on Disney Plus. $30.
It's such a weird... It's such a weird like angle to take a movie, and then they go, "I am woman, hear me roar," and it's just like,
So was there a part in the trailer where she says she was like born smart?
yeah, she said, "I'm born a
Is
genius."
this
Or
is coming
something
from
like
a
that.
woman that is foiled by 1,000 and no 101 Dalmatians?
Fucking dogs.
She got foiled by dogs of all things.
Like I gotta be honest with you. This is like this looks so fucking. This movie just looks so confusing. Like it doesn't even know what its identity is. Well, I mean, we know what it wants to be. It wants to be Joker. That's what it wants to be.
Yeah, and obviously like the Emma Thompson character there, it's supposed to be like an obvious like it's like the Robert De Niro character, the character that was like that is similar to them or they looked up to them, and they were scorned. They don't like him anymore. It feels like it because Emma Thompson is like she's wearing like obvious black and white clothing.
Yeah.
So she's supposed to be a Cruella influence. It seems like. Similar with Joker, how Robert De Niro's character was the influence for Arthur. Arthur looked up to him, loved his show, wanted to be like him.
What is the saying goes? I am woman, hear me roar.
I'm woman him. I'm a
It's
woman.
so-
Here I come.
It's so corny. Like I don't know. It's just. I mean, if you're gonna do a female empowerment movie, which is fine, like it's such a weird
Don't
choice.
make it obvious.
I mean, seriously, or at the very least, don't use Cruella de Vil. Like what? Who?
A killer, a potential killer of all things.
And she was never, and there's a reason why she was never really shown in a positive light in the movie because she's insane and cruel.
She's
and
insane. She's a villain. Whereas with the Joker, he's not particularly a bad guy. Like this the Todd Phillips, the Walking Phoenix Joker is not a villain. He's just a guy that had a really bad day or just a really bad life.
Exactly.
And it spiraled out of control and then also affected everything around him unintentionally.
I mean, he had obvious mental issues too. Like he hallucinated being in a relationship with a woman. You know.
Yeah.
This is just somebody who. This is.
It was an action. Her name is fucking Cruella. Cruel. It should give you a very good idea of what kind of character she is.
I skin dogs. I'm a great person.
I want to skin Dalmatians because I need a fucking coat for Milan. Walk down the runway. It's like, oh, that is the Cruella coat.
Do you want to watch?
From authentic Dalmatian.
So what
Wow.
else do you want to watch? You want to watch the Stardew Valley trailer or something else?
Sure, since you brought it up. Stardew Valley, which I don't really know a lot about, is
You know
making
what?
a game.
You know what
A
farm?
board game.
You know what Harvest Moon is?
No.
Okay,
These are foreign words you're telling me.
So Stardew Valley. Okay, so essentially Stardew Valley is a farm game where you inherit your I think your uncle or your family member's farm. I could be wrong. I don't really play the game myself, but I know things about it. And you basically have like you go to the farm and you do like farm things. You can date several women. You just kind of live like a simple farm life, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's all I really know about it. And apparently, it's really popular, and now they're making a board game out of it. So it's like...
Out of a quote-unquote farming simulator.
Yes.
I don't know how you make a board game out of it, unless it's going to be like some kind of like Monopoly.
I think it's a cooperative... It's like a cooperative board game, apparently.
Co-op. I need you to harvest the wheat while I go and plant pumpkins.
need you to harvest the wheat. All right, let's watch this.
If you pass go, you get a healthy crop. Uh-oh, looks like someone was using radioactive waste as fertilizer. Go to jail for 3 turns.
Alright, let's watch it. That's it? Seriously?
So that's the thing. I love how they have like character cards with stats. I use Old McDonald in defense mode.
He has a farm! Oh my god.
You have pathetic cards in your deck, Yugi. My grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards, for I summon Tractor. Oh, not Tractor. No one's been able to summon it before.
Tractor in attack mode! Oh my god!
Tractor, obliterate. And then Kaiba says he'll commit suicide because his crops weren't made in time.
That was...
I mean,
I don't even know what to say about
there's
that.
no real problem with this. I have no real problem with doing it. I guess if it's your if it's your kind of thing, go for it.
Then do whatever you want to do.
Do whatever you want, but I have the right to be like, okay.
That was fucking lame.
Yeah, like I don't know how like a farming simulator-esque game needs a board game.
It's like if you made Farmville.
It's like if Among Us got That's like if Among Us got a board game.
But
before we finish off with talking about drama, because we just want to get popular, don't we, Corrupt?
Yes.
But yeah,
some clicks.
now, obviously that's our intention. That is our obvious intention. If we talk about it, people will know who we are, and we'll get famous. That's how it works, right? Yeah.
That's how our podcast works. Episode
That's how the
1,
podcast
baby.
works. Yes, but before we get into that, we've got a sponsor. Even though we've just started, we've already got a sponsor. Crop. Are you surprised by that?
I'm excited and ecstatic and surprised
by our sponsor. So, today's episode of the Minorities Report is sponsored by Made Light Myth, one of the worst mobile role-playing games of 2021, and it's totally free, but not really, with pay-to-win mechanics riddled in this game. Currently, 0 users have joined Made since it's released, and it's one of the most boring games in its class, with low polygon models, environments, and rough 5 frames per second animation.
It's almost
all the heroes.
It's
almost like some other game, but it's different because all the heroes in this game can be customized with bland gear that changes none of your buffs and abilities significantly.
Oh,
The dungeon bosses have some mediocre skills of their own, and figuring out the perfect party and strategy to overtake them is actually pitifully easy. Currently, with over 2 reviews, Made has almost no scores on the Play Store. The community is growing incredibly slow, and the not even anticipated at all new Race Wars features is now live. You might even find my squad not in the arena. It's easier to uninstall now than ever. So what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special link, and use our code BULLSHIT, and you'll get 50,000 rupees. Yep, sign up now to get 50,000 rupees and a free dogshit champion, the games journalist, as part of the new player program to end your journey. Good luck, and I hope to never see you there. Thank you. Thank you for sponsoring us, Made. It sounds very familiar to another mobile game that has the words AID in it. But I'm sure that's obviously a coincidence. I mean, that. But anyway, drama.
Oh my god.
Hey everyone, OzChris here. So quick disclaimer about the upcoming segment. We recorded this podcast on February 25th, 2021. And this segment, we talk about the John Swan versus Dream drama, where Dream alleges that John Swan was pretending to be him on Discord, doing a lot of bad, unsavory stuff. and John claiming that it actually wasn't him. He forgot to log off of the account when they did I believe it was an interview, and that it was a family member using the account to pretend to be Dream and doing this stuff, not John. When we talked about this, me and Cropped were both, I would say we were a bit more lenient towards John, that he was more in the right in this situation compared to Dream. But unfortunately, 2 days later, February 27th, John took to Twitter and revealed that he lied. He was the one that was actually doing these things. Dream was right. This is unfortunate. Very disappointing that he lied about this and dragged it out. He should have just been honest from the get-go as soon as this started. So, because of this, obviously our opinions now are a bit different to the opinions we had in the podcast. Given we recorded this before the revelation came out, so Crop suggested we take this segment out, but considering it ties into our conversation about Dream, his stance, and his behavior towards stans and their behavior overall, I felt like a lot of context would have been missing if we took out the John Swan Dream stuff and just kept the Dream Stan stuff. It just would have made no sense without that previous conversation leading into it. So I made the executive decision with Corrupt's permission to keep this in, but just wanted to put this disclaimer in to clarify that the opinions we made were made before John revealed everything. Obviously, our opinions are different. We're disappointed that he did this. We don't agree that he lied. Or we don't agree that he should have lied about this, I should say. So yeah, take that into consideration when you listen to this upcoming segment. The opinions that we hold in that segment were, as I said, opinions we had before we learned the truth, and our opinions are obviously changed. Thank you.
Drama. So,
Alright.
John Swan, a fellow Aussie, is an Aussie YouTuber, commentary channel. Got into Aussie gang. Got into a bit of a versus match with Minecraft YouTuber Dream. Now I don't actually know. Do you know more about this? Because I only know like slight details. So go through the timeline, the origin of Dream versus John Swan.
Okay, so basically what happened was Dream made a post on a Reddit, right? On a Reddit of his, and it was basically about how John Swan trolled pretending to be him and said some sexual stuff, but he also said the N-word, which you have a pass for, by the way. Congratulations. Like, I think you bought your pass. Yes, you did.
I bought Too Bad's N-word pass, so I can legally say it.
I will also
have to have it in my possession first, but once I get it, I'll be dropping N-bombs throughout every episode of the podcast to make everyone feel uncomfortable. Especially Corrupt.
Hey, I gave you an N-word pass the day I met you, so always remember. You can always drop an N-bomb on me. There we go.
Yes. But what I do know about this, I know John did say that apparently it was like a cousin or a family member that was using it. He forgot to log out of it.
Yeah.
He forgot to get rid of it, and his cousin found it and decided, I'm gonna mess around on this Discord and pretending to be Dream and troll people.
So that's interesting, right? So there's also another account called. So he trolled allegedly he trolled as two people. He trolled as John Swan and also Nicholas Diorio. So and as he was trolling as Nicholas Diorio, he he was contacting people, but there was somebody that John's cousin allegedly, or whoever this was, contacted a guy named Harley, who apparently spammed him with friend requests all the time. And this was the time that he apparently accepted. And then he said stuff to Harley, and Harley wasn't. And Harley initially had a falling out with John and thought that John was lying about being hacked. And then he later said that no, I guess John wasn't hacked. And then he went back and forth, and it was just it was like a ridiculous kind of back and forth with the guy where he would believe that it was Harley, and then he would believe that, where Harley would believe John Swan, but then Harley would believe Dream. And so what I'm right here, this is kind of an old, this is an old exchange because this is kind of an old thread, but how it ended was Dream made a 300,000 viewer stream going over John Swan, and that's pretty much it. Going over John's going over John's story. What was interesting though was that Keemstar had asked John and Dream to come on his show so that they could hash it out and talk about it. But two things happened with that. Keemstar said that he would not be a neutral moderator. And
which you're supposed to be if you're moderating.
Exactly. And Dream
that's a big oof.
Yep, and Dream, and before that, 10 minutes before, Dream made the big 300,000K stream going on John Swan, and then John said his manager told him that he shouldn't be in the stream, that he shouldn't go on the stream, and kind of backed out.
Which is smart. I saw John Swan's talk about how his manager is telling him don't do these things. Maybe don't say this, which I think is smart. The manager actually doing their job.
Unfortunately, we're both late to the party because
yeah, it's semi over. I guess it's died down.
Yeah, which is sad because we could have sucked up that clout clicks. Them clout clicks.
Yeah, totally. Our only intention. But it is just another shit show, especially with Dream, because Dream, from what I've seen and heard, Dream can't take criticism. Because I think this actually didn't it actually really start because John Swan criticized him?
Yeah,
and then Dream did the Reddit post doing the whole he's been saying slurs yada 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 pretending to be me.
Yeah, that's basically so John Swan,
because we all know Dream very infamously handled the speed running cheat allegations so well.
Yeah, he did. That was so awful. He got some guy to basically lie for him. So
yeah.
Here's what's interesting about the Dream versus John Swan thing too. Okay, so Dream initially, when he made so John Swan and a guy named Cordwit, who I'm not familiar with, were apparently going to make a video on Dream, and some people think that Dream kind of brought this whole thing up because John Swan and Cordwit were making a video on him and his stans. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard. It could be true. It could not be true.
So
I don't know.
So as a form of
getting in front of it,
intimidation tactic.
Yeah, that's basically what they're saying.
You don't want to do it now because now I know.
Yeah,
I'm going to bring up all this so-called alleged dirty laundry to stop you two.
Exactly. That's kind of the.
Which
that's kind of the
honestly,
yeah.
My own opinion, I would not be surprised because, we said, Dream can't take criticism.
Pretty much.
So I would not be surprised.
he can't, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did, but I don't know that. I'm just throwing that out
We don't.
there.
It's essentially he said, she said talk.
Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what this whole thing boiled down to. You either believe John Swan or you don't believe John Swan, or you believe Dream or you don't believe Dream. People are going to believe basically what they want about it. If we like to go over it, we can read the since we can go over it, we can kind of read how this all happened. This is the tweet that has the Reddit post in it. So Dream is taken. This guy is bad news. A while back, right after I interviewed with him for a Minecraft documentary, he changed his profile picture and name on Discord to mine and started DMing people pretending to be me. He sent people the N-word and a lot of other sexual stuff, as well as said sexual stuff while claiming that it was me, and giving his main Twitter to vouch, where he would then from his main Twitter vouch that it was me and say that we were amazing friends and link the documentary to prove it. Once I confronted him about it, very nicely given the circumstances, he said that his friend had hacked his account and done it. I didn't reply to him and unfollowed him, and I don't think he is super fond of me since then. John Swan. John said Dream has made accusations about me on Reddit to try and smear my credibility, so I'll respond here in detail to ensure that everything is perfectly clear. And that's where the whole conversation we just had came from, basically. Since I didn't have my piece, alright, back probably a year ago. What's up?
Is his side of the story,
Yeah,
essentially.
pretty
The
much,
whole,
yeah.
the family member was using his account.
Yeah, he used an alt account, changed it, and then the Nicholas Diorio thing is new. But like that was one of the accounts that was one of the alt accounts that was used in the trolling, was the Nicholas Diorio account.
I think the weird thing is Dream's deciding to post about this, because at the end he says they talked about it, and John explained his side, and like everything.
Yeah, and Dream,
So why would Dream then decide
out of
I'm
nowhere to do this? Yeah,
to expose this, unless that whole theory that John and Cordwood were going to do a video on him was true?
Yeah, because
He decided, intimidation tactic, I'm going to post this as a means to try and stop you from making that video.
Yeah, because
it is weird that he makes the mention that they semi-sorted it out privately, and but then decides to himself post it on Reddit.
Yeah,
it's weird. That's where I feel like I'm more towards the John side instead of Dream.
Yeah,
but then
so
like
am
I said,
actually.
So I don't know.
I mean, it could be either of them.
Being objective here, ignoring my thoughts on my own personal opinions on Dream, I'm more likely to take John's side compared to Dream's, because I know, because I'm also looking, because I know was it Toon,
yeah,
Toon, he was talking about Dream's live stream while it was going on, and he made a point in one of his tweets where he quotes Dream and says, "There's heaps of evidence," and Toon says, "Like LeMayo, what evidence?"
Oh, yeah,
Now, you can't say there's heaps of evidence and then don't show it. It's like remember Extreme Games? There's two Australian users that fake that they were dying, and they went to a chiropractor, and that semi healed them.
Yes.
Like in their whole like we're here to prove that we were actually like sick, and it's just one of them is like, you can see on the medical records here, and he's not showing it on screen. He's just holding it in front of him and he's pointing at it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to say that, show us the medical record. Don't hold it in front of you, obscuring all of it, and say, as you can see on the medical records here. Like that's what it's like when Dream says there's heaps of evidence. Don't say that unless you actually have evidence to back that up.
Because
I don't know. Is the stream still up, or was it like it gone as soon as it ended?
It was gone as soon as it ended. Someone, I saw a
I
tweet.
think someone would have quickly
Click it. Yeah.
clipped,
I,
clipped
I,
it, recorded everything, or
oh
downloaded
fuck.
it beforehand.
Augie RFC has it on a channel. He said that if a
I'll have to see
YouTuber.
that if Dream actually did bring up any evidence, because
So okay, I can tell you what he said. What I remember seeing from. Granted, this is from. This is secondhand from other people who saw the stream, and this was on a channel by Tommy C. Who went over it. So Dream's main evidence was that the 12-year-old was too intelligent and he wrote really well. He said yep a lot, which John says, and he said mate. Those were the three things that I remember.
He says mate a lot, a very a very common Australian phrase. Me being Australian, I say mate a lot as well.
Yes.
It's and also implying that 12-year-olds can't be intelligent.
Like he
I know
was,
sometimes kids are dumb, but you got to give them credit sometimes.
was too well written and well spoken.
So
That's
the evidence. Like, oh yeah, a 12-year-old can't write like this.
oh yeah, and
It has to be true.
there's deaf noodles, defamation
Oh,
noodles. or something.
I saw all that stuff. Yeah,
That dude is a piece of shit.
but don't you get it, Corrupt? It's satire.
It's
he's a
satire. I called
The
you
most-
an alt-righter, but that's satire. I called you a Nazi, but that's
Laziest
satire.
of defenses.
It's satire when I call you a Nazi.
Satire.
Okay.
When I call him alt-right, I'm joking.
It's a joke, guys. Lighten up.
Joke, guys.
Whatever defamation.
I know. Yeah, it's. I know. Yeah, we're late to it, and it's just. I guess, just swept under the rug.
Pretty
Just
much.
big news for a couple of days, and that was it.
Yeah, it was
As
big.
most YouTube drama is.
Pretty much. It lasted for a few days. It was pretty good, and now it's dead now.
It didn't really significantly affect either of them. I mean,
Not
John's
really.
doing alright, Dream is doing alright.
Not really. Like John got some
Whoever
hate,
had their opinions on either of them still stay the same.
pretty much.
I still don't like Dream.
Nor do I. I don't like Dream at all.
And it's not his content. I don't like Dream the person. His
Yeah.
content, fine, but Dream and his this is something This is something I really want to talk about. His stance
Yes.
and his perception of his stance is what I do not like. You're not supposed to create this kind of parasocial relationship with your fans. I think Ludwig put it best. Is it like, I'm an entertainer. I'm here to entertain. If I mess up, if I'm not entertaining you anymore, leave. Don't make a parasocial relationship with me. Like, I'm a person on a screen. Which it should be, yes. You should not have this deep devotion to this YouTuber. But Dream has stans, and he's okay with it, and that's what I have a problem with. You shouldn't be okay with their behavior. I mean, there was the whole going back to Toon again. I saw Toon put up that Dream stans were bullying this person, pretty much telling them to commit suicide because I think it was because she doesn't like Dream or something like that. I'm just like, you want these kind of people as your fans. These are the people you say are fine. They're just there to they're just loving. They're just there to be friends, share the same interest as others in the fan base. Like, no, I wouldn't want fans that would go out and say, you go kill yourself because you don't like who we like. Like, that's not acceptable behavior. And the weird thing is, I agree that a person a person should not be, how would I say this? No, if their fan base does something, it's not really their responsibility. So if some fan base does something, it's like, well, they're your fan. It's your fault. It's like, well, no, not really. They're just a fan of me, etc. Like stuff like that. They're not. They should not be beholden to what the fan base does. But with Dream in his stance, I feel like he has to. He has to rein them in. But the problem is, and this is my opinion. I'm not stating a fact. I think the problem is, if he does, they will turn on him, and he doesn't want that. I mean, he went
so too, yeah.
he went from 1 million to 18 million, like, subscribers. Like, that is a huge jump.
I think he is the type of person who prefers the path who prefers not to make waves with his fans. Like, I remember he was listening to some Native American music once or whatever, and then he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, God," like, and somebody flipped out and lost their shit, and then he went, "Oh, I'm sorry, wouldn't happen again." It's like, dude, like, you were just listening to some music. Like, that, to me, the fact that he's willing to just sort of roll over, in my mind, tells me that he's more interested in not making waves and not pissing off his fans.
Yes, he just wants them watching his stuff,
To like
loving
him,
him, supporting him,
Like
which inherently is not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a reason why stans are called stans and they're not called fans. I mean, stan, it's a combination of the words stalker, fan.
Yeah.
And stalkers, they're not particularly the best. They're not viewed in positive lights.
Not at all.
It's not something that you would like. I mean, look at K-pop stans. Like, before Dream stans, they were the worst.
Yeah, and now
K-pop
Dream
stans
stans.
would be like, I'm gonna flood your replies with fan cams of my favorite idols, and they would be the kind of be like, oh, fucking what a BTS, I love you, Sarang Heyo, something something, go on break, you deserve it, kings. And then they would go and search where they're going on where they're going on vacation, so they can, like, them and an army of stans can, like, ambush them as like, oh, we want to hug and kiss you, get it, signatures and everything. Yeah, like, they're very hypocritical. It's not the kind of fans that you want, and yeah, that's the reason why there's a very negative opinion on stans, because they do the craziest shit. I mean, remember the Dream stans that draw the fucking weird fan art?
Yeah, like,
Remember that? I was like, what is this?
oh yeah, the weird fan art of him, like, with his guts exposed and shit.
Yeah, the weird, like, cut open, like, guts out, everything. Like, that is just odd. The Dream's fine with it. He's fine with stan behavior. Because they're loving. They're just fans. They're there to make friends and enjoy the same stuff that they share in common.
It's such an unhealthy relationship. Like, it's like like you said, it's a parasocial relationship. Here's my thing, right? When it comes to, I don't really like Dream as a person. I don't really mind his content. Like, his content is whatever. It's just that, like you said, I just don't like him and things about him and his stans. Like, I don't think he probably, I don't want to say that he needs to, I don't want to say that he should, normally I wouldn't say that, oh, you need to deal with your fans, because I don't really believe in the whole thing about you controlling your audience and shit. But he oftentimes, like, sort of embraces that role of being an influencer and somebody who influences their audience. So, I mean, it does seem like he wants that position, and if he is going to have the position of somebody who has that much influence, then he should do it and influence his fans to not be annoyingly rabid as they are. You know, I mean, it's not the end of the world to have dream stands on you, but I'm sure it's incredibly annoying and something nobody would want. I mean, unless they like dox or harass, unless they like dox you or something like that, then that's like on a whole new level.
I feel like something like that has happened, or they've attempted to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think probably because of that is I think Dream has an ego.
Yeah.
Have you seen Voice Critical talk about Dream?
Actually, no, I haven't. Oh, that he's
it
arrogant and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like he would use others to like. He'd be like, oh, if you help me get famous, I'll definitely pay you back, like in some way, stuff like that. So I think it was on the official podcast, I think, with Noel Miller, and they were talking about Dream, and like one of them was like, said that, oh, I don't think Dream has an ego, or I don't believe that Dream has an ego, and then Critical talks about how he was on a podcast and Dream was there, and Dream was talking about like what he would do to get famous. He would make all these promises to people. He would like try to get connections, like with like some real high up people on like different like servers or something, like stuff like that. It's been a while since I've seen that podcast, seen that clip, but like very egotistical stuff.
That's what we need to do, Chris. We need to do some underhanded shit so we can get our foot in the door. Exactly. We need to do like underhanded shit like that. In general, Dream doesn't seem like the type of person that I honestly want to even associate with. He seems like he uses other people as well, and that's just ugh. It just makes me go eh. It just makes me go eh. Alright, that was do you want to conclude the drama portion of the podcast, or you got something?
No, I think that's it.
All right.
That is essentially it. It's a topic that a lot of people have talked about, and we're late too.
Oh, like we won't get the clout, man. We won't get the clout.
Oh, damn it! We're too late using the Dream technique.
I know, right? All right. So, what do you want to talk about next, or is that it, or do you want to call it quits?
I think we'll call it quits.
All right. Yeah. I mean, pretty much. We can look at the other stuff later, like, because the only thing that's next is like The Flash season 7.
Barry cries a lot.
He really
you just watch
does.
Watch my reaction on my channel. Well,
I wasn't in that one though.
I upset a lot of CW stands.
I didn't get a chance to be in that one though. I wanted to piss off
You're
CW
right
stands.
at the end.
Yeah, with my infamous last words.
Yes, drop the F-bomb. It's okay, you can say it.
I can say it because I am it. There you go. No one else can. That's our word. Unless
you're half of it, aren't you? You're bi, aren't you?
Exactly. Yes, I'm half of it.
So you can only say either the first 3 or last words of it.
Gat. There we go. I'll say gat.
And stop being such a god.
Stop being a god. Exactly. That'll be the new workaround for the F slur, the G slur. Got.
Speaking of hyping up the next episode, when I was shopping, I found a very particular book. I didn't buy it, but I feel like I'm going to buy it now, just for the next episode.
What's that?
I'm not going to tell you. That'll be for next time.
All right. Okay. You know what? I'm looking forward to it.
Quality book. You'll enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to see I'm looking forward to this, whatever it is. You know what? You know what? One day we're gonna have to like bring on somebody else and see what they think, and just kind of show them like some of the stuff we look at.
We'll bring on Nerd.
Yes, we'll bring on Nerd. She loves this type of stuff.
Yeah, and she's a woman. Diversity.
Exactly. Yes, diversity. Yeah, she's a female.
She's a female.
She's a femoid, as they say.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
No, wait, I'm straight. I'm supposed to be like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Women. Hell yeah.
Pussies and vaginas? Oh, wait, that's the same thing. What's wrong with me? Like breasts and vaginas?
Dick and penis?
Ew! Woo!
Dude, get that away. I already got my own. Dude, I got the one and I need one only.
No more. Can't have too many dicks in here. I only one. I only love my dick.
But yes, that's the podcast. We'll have some guests every now and again, talk about whatever. We'll think of something. Whatever happens in the we'll be a week late to it.
Yeah, just like always, we'll be a week late.
Yeah, like
Maybe we'll get
literally something like, I don't know. We'll have like another YouTuber turned out to be a child predator.
Exactly, and then
And
we'll
we'll talk about
it
next week.
Exactly. We'll get the leftover clout.
Before we end of it, speaking of child predators, you hear that mini lad got banned from Twitch?
Oh right, I just heard about that.
Yeah, that was a nice little coincidence. Tying that little joke there. Yeah,
it was. That was very clever, sir.
And nothing of value was lost.
No, not at all. Too bad, like, Mini Lad hasn't been banned from life, but that's a bit too.
Jesus.
But but that might be a bit too harsh. Maybe, I don't know. Fuck Mini Lad. And I guess we should close out since we have nothing else. I guess we should close out since that's everything that's everything I think we had.
Yeah. What are we going for? We're going for like almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, actually. Good shit. Yeah, actually we did. An hour. We're at an hour 38 right now.
Nice. That'll be a long video for me to go through.
Yes. Now you'll know the pain of having to go through all these Batwoman fucking... Dude, do you know how long we talked during those Batwoman episodes? It's so painful for me to edit all of that.
2 hours or something.
Yes, it's like 2 hours. It's so painful. That's why it takes me forever to fucking... That's why it's taking me so long to get these episodes up. Because we talk so
Well, that's why I offered to edit these, so you can focus on the Batwoman ones.
Thank you.
I'll have something to work on when I'm not streaming.
Thank you. Also, so I guess that's the end of this. I am corrupt. Oh, you wanna something us out? I have no idea. Like my mind blanked. You wanna talk us out? See us? I don't know.
Talk us out. Okay, sure. This is the first episode, the pilot of the Minorities Report. Thank you to everyone that was listening. I am Chris. I'm Oz Chris. I'm Corrupt. We'll see you next time.